This would appear to be a live chat from the Word of Gord. I'm just experimenting right now because every other time I tried to do it, it didn't work. So let's see what happens this time. I'm in a public place. I'm in a coffee shop. I have read about the most recent reports from Moscow, and the death toll is quite staggering, much more from last night, and I sensed fairly quickly that retrieval work could be beneficial to those souls that are kind of stuck there in trauma, terror. I've done this before, of course, but not live, and I'm quite familiar with how this goes, the art of projection and the art of moving on, moving others on. And it looks as though I'm all set to go. So you may hear background chatter. I hope it's not too loud. And I'm in a corner. People eating lunch here in Oakville, Ontario, in a coffee shop. And I'm going to focus. It's unclear right at this moment. The difference between a building that has been experienced explosions and fires and the etheric version of the building that has not experienced that. It's the difference between the physical and the astral or etheric, as you perhaps know. But I seem to be in the physical. It's badly damaged, but not a wreck. Let's look around. I'm imagining from previous experiences that the recently deceased will be in a state of not just trauma and terror, but suspicion. Who am I? Who is this guy? Is he another attacker? Obviously, I'm not portraying that image. I'm more in light-colored, loose clothes, and shining a light. Not a huge radiance, because that can be just as scary as anything else. And we'll see if I can vibrate enough love, unconditional love, that people will kind of peek out from their hiding holes and wonder, go a little beyond wondering who I am. I'm repeatedly seeing a young woman hiding under a seat, and yeah, she's there, and I'm looking at her. She's looking back at me, quite afraid, and I project a thought to her that I'm here to help her, that she needn't be afraid. And this goes on, this sort of gazing at each other, her fearful, me reassuring, and how much can I project into this person without, overwhelming them with positive energy? It can be quite easy to do that. one has to find a happy medium between, low-level energy and high-level energy.
Good if we did it today. I'll rent the trailer today.
Holding out my hands to her as though I would be pulling somebody up off the floor. Please come. And she does respond. And eventually I pull her up and stand her. And she seems more calm, well, calm's a bit of a stretch, but more accepting for sure. And I project this thought that I'm here to take her to the heaven worlds, away from this scene of disaster. And she thinks I'm an angel. And I say, well, I'm an angel's helper. I'm not really an angel. I'm a guy meditating in Canada. So I said, if you trust me, I will take you to the heaven worlds, to a reception center that is set up for victims of disasters like yourself. And she goes, okay. So I hold on to her, say, close your eyes, and we'll move there. And as I've done in many other retrievals, enact a command to change levels, and we're there. And how does it look? It seems as though it's an urban reception center, unlike the ones in Gaza that I've worked at, where there's more like a refugee camp. And this is more modern, urban, created, I would say, probably before this particular attack. But certainly, I was going to say Russian style, but from what I see of urban architecture, recent urban architecture in Russia, it could almost be anywhere in Europe. You look at the cars, you look at the street lights, the 6-lane highways. So it's a modern building. Kind of looks like a cross between a bit of a shopping mall, a bit of an educational institution, a bit of a library even. But we walk up and there's somebody standing at these glass doors. And they know why I'm there. They don't know me personally, but they can tell by my light that I'm a retriever. And I say to this young woman, rock fan, like I was myself 40 years ago, this person will take care of you. And I pass her over to a woman, a young woman who greets her warmly and says, you come with me and we'll take care of you. And the glass door opens automatically and then they go. And I move back. And I relocate at the disaster site. And we continue the search. I can see at least 2 other retrievers. They're manifesting to me as orbs of light, and maybe I look like that to them. When I look at myself, I'm, me with light-colored, cottony, loose pants and a loose shirt, something not too formal. These are all, as far as I can tell, come to see a rock band, so I try to dress in a way that I might have dressed for a rock concert 40 years ago. And let's look around. Okay, I'm going down the steps into a hallway that's leading away from the concert hall, like an exit. And yeah, there's 2 or 3 corpses just on the ground. and shot some hours ago. And are there spirits inside the bodies? That's also another little challenge. Can you tell? Are there spirits inside the bodies? I think there are. Sometimes the spirit bounces right out of the body when being shot and wanders around, like a ghost, or the intense fear keeps them in the body for a while. And it's an interesting challenge to try and figure out which is which. And I think they're still in the body. So I project energy, high level energy from my heart chakra, and which helps to make them feel cared for, even in an unconscious way. And that's 3 beams of light going to 3 corpses very close together. And I have a feeling that I automatically, without mentioning it to you, which I should have, apologies there, go backwards in time, which we retrievers often do. We go backwards in time to I don't know, an hour, 2 hours after the initial attack. Because I would imagine if I'm going there in real time, these corpses would have been moved out by emergency services. So here we go. We see the spirit bodies rising up out of the physical bodies, looking, dazed and fearful. What am I doing here? Is this the best place to be? Maybe I should still pretend to be dead, all this kind of thing. And they see me, and I'm projecting as much love and care as I feel able to do. And I gesture for them to come toward me a little bit, 10, 15 yards apart. And I say, come to me, come to me. And it's a little test to see if they've got the, energy, determination. And they do slowly come to me. And I hold out my arms like you might hold out your arms to 3 children in a school and say, come to me, I'll help you, come to me. And I think it's 2 guys and one girl. I say, I don't know their age, they're probably late teens, early 20s, I'm not quite sure. And I try not to look too old. And kind of spruced up my hair a little bit before getting there, so I don't look like some ancient guy to them. And I said, I know you're really upset. I know you're shocked. I know this is a horrible thing for you to go through, but I can help you get away in an easy manner. And they look at me a bit dumbfounded, and I'm holding out my arms. They're quite close to me, and then I move close to them, and I put my arms around all 3 of them and say, trust me, we're going to a better place. Trust me. And nobody's saying anything. One of the girls starts to whimper a little bit, and I say, it's okay, don't worry. We'll get there, we'll get you out of here. And they're thinking about their parents, I can tell. And I said, they'll be informed, not right now, but they'll be informed. And I say, let us go to the afterlife that maybe you don't really believe in. And one of them says, oh, I do. And another 2 are kind of, waffling, not really sure what to say. And I can see the level of trust is slightly higher than the level of distrust. So let's take advantage of that. And I tell them, okay, we're going to move in just a minute. Just allow my arms to be around you. And of course, another thing we retrievers can do is extend our arms a little bit so it does actually go around the shoulders of 3 adults. And I said, okay, close your eyes and here we go. And I do the same thing I did before. I execute an intention to go to the reception level for these, well, I think they're Muscovites, but I understand it was a bit of an international crowd. So let's just take them to this reception center, which is, modern enough it will appeal to people from several cultures, I would think, not just Russians. And these days, young people are very internationally focused. They don't identify as much with their nation and culture as, we did 50 years ago. So here we are. We're back in front of that reception center. I'm moving them towards, we're sort of in a little tight little group, so I take my arms away from around their shoulders and get behind them and put my arms, around their tops of their backs and say, okay, just move toward, see those glass doors over there? Go, let's move toward there. And I give them a little nudge and off we go slowly. And a couple of people appear at the door. Did they move through the glass door or did they open it? I'm not quite sure. But they always seem to know when you're coming. And there's a fair bit of whimpering going on, which is just fine. They're expressing themselves. That's better than silence. And I take them up to the greeters, if you like, and I say, "Here, I've got some more friends for you to look after." And they know their roles well and take over. And the glass doors open, and they move slowly inside. And I go back to the Moscow site. And this is the general process that we retrievers go through. I don't very often do it in a public place, but it is possible. And when you start out doing this stuff years, decades ago, you read about how it's possible to do it from a public place. I learned from the books of Bruce Moen. But you think yourself, I can't really do that. You start out meditating in your bedroom very quietly and executing a projection there. But, as the years go by, you get more confident and you realize there's much more that you can do. Now, as I said, there's other retrievers working this site, and for geographical interest, I might add that I participated in the Beslan school bombing of, what was that, 12 years ago? And a number of retrievers were there, and we got through that one pretty quickly. And it looks like we're getting through this one. And I'm wandering around, and I'm not seeing much. And I see these other, at least 3 orbs of, small radiant orbs floating around, obviously searching for lost and confused spirits. And there's no need for us to interact because everyone knows what they're doing and what they're there for. And I think there'll be more in some basement area. I'm almost sure. I don't know how to get to that basement area, but and also up higher in the seating area. I think some people may have ducked, hoping that the shooters wouldn't see them. But no, wait a minute. I think they got out. We've been hearing that lots of people got out just by running, I think. And force of numbers, 3 or 4 shooters and I don't know what, 1,000 people running out. So I'm going to bring this episode to a close, but leaving you with an understanding that other retrievers are working this situation, and it's not necessary for me to continue at the present time. So I think I'm being invited to share it. Don't forget, this is my first live feed. Let me see if the share button works. Oh. No, it seems. Let's go to Yahoo Mail.
Before my brother had no money. Before my brother had no money. He's older.
Well, we still seem to be going. Isn't that interesting? One wonders how to bring this to an end.
He's smart. He doesn't love his wife. He doesn't love his wife. No, he doesn't. If he gets caught, no money, gone. Everything gone. He's too scared. Even a woman talks to him, oh, I'm married, he's scared. He works at weddings, bartending.
Anyone wants to chat on this? Put in a message. Again, this is my first time, so I may be getting everything backwards.
That's not straight, otherwise we lose everything. And now he's 16. She's maybe 16.
Well, this does seem to be going on. I'm starting to wonder how to stop it now. And maybe I will do that. And let's see how do you stop these things?
You're Ian's landlord? Yeah. This guy is. Busy on weekends. You live in Oakville?
No, I'm still trying to figure out how to stop this. Maybe I'll just X out, or maybe somebody will tell me how to do it. It's really not clear.
Mind you, I'm not. And this morning I woke up, it was.
I thought I'm going to retire soon. Yeah.
Then I have to go in, but I was away. So I rolled over and then Ellie started
I was
crying.
in Palestine last year.
Then I rubbed her tongue and
Volunteering
I jumped on me and said, you want to be cut.
I went to Jenin as well, then Nablus, Ramallah, Masaf Yata. Went to refugee camps, met with refugees, teaching English for free. Thank you.